What up, gamers? This is your boy DJ Smooth here. No, actually, it's your boy John, aka the Gamer here, or Spike321 Bebop on YouTube. And welcome to another video review done by yours truly. And today we'll be reviewing Spyborgs on the Nintendo Wii. So here we go. But first, I'd like to share a little story about this game. So my friend Johnny, aka Jombie, from Gamer Nights, as you may know him from, he actually told me about this game, like even before it came out. Like he sent me a link to like some screenshots and some gameplay footage, and I thought the game looked pretty cool. So yeah, as time went on, I kind of actually forgot about it until like a month and a half ago when me and my brother just went to Best Buy just for the hell of it. And checked in the Wii section, and I found Spyborgs for $5 brand new. And at first I'm like, wait a minute, this game looks familiar. Then I remember, I'm like, oh, this is the game Johnny talked to me about, or showed me. So, yeah, $5 brand new. Let's see if it's worth the price. Now, the story can be described as something you'd see in a Saturday morning action cartoon. Got your group of heroes trying to stop a madman who's trying to take over the world. But if you want to get more into specifics, Spyborgs is an elite fighting force comprised of injured soldiers. Instead of being discharged, they'd be treated with transformed with cybernetics to join this elite fighting force known as Spyborgs. In the main story, some Spyborg operatives go missing in recent weeks. And so, two Spyborg operatives named Clandestine and Stinger are sent on a mission to the South American jungle until they are ambushed by two other Spyborg members named Colt and Jackal, and you're left for dead. And so, two other members come and rescue you named Voxel and Bouncer. And then you return back to headquarters, you wake up, and so the game begins. The story is actually pretty good for a beat 'em up. I mean, you don't expect a beat 'em up to have like a intricate story, but it's pretty intriguing. The more you play, the more you want to finish the story. Now on to gameplay. So in the game, you get to choose 2 out of 3 characters, and what I mean by that is in the game you get to like switch on the fly, like your partners. Like you'll see 2 of the characters you picked on screen, and you can switch between them on the fly. But anyways, the characters are Clandestine, a badass ninja chick, Stinger, an awesome army commando, and lastly, Bouncer, a big-ass ape-like robot, or cyborg. Each character has their own distinct characteristics, such as weaponry. Like Clandestine uses a sword, Stinger uses a arm Gatling gun, and Bouncer uses his brute strength. This game has a total of 5 stages, or episodes as they call them, but I don't know why they call them episodes, when there's a total of 6 to 8 areas, and then, old school games is like stage 1-1, 1-2. But anyways, it's a total of 5 stages with 6 to 8 areas. And the levels are very long and can be a little repetitive at times, but once you fully upgrade your characters, it's like walking the park. And you can upgrade your characters' health, armor, moves, etc. And to upgrade your characters, you have to collect these things called red sparks, which is pretty much like the equivalent of red orbs in God of War. And there are numerous ways to earn more red sparks, such as destroying enemies, causing damage, finding red sparks in crates, and also performing a lot of high-end combos. And what I mean by high-end combos is that this game has a combo counter, and the combo counter actually rates your combos. So after a certain amount of hits on your combos, you start getting ratings like decent, crazy, brutal, and the highest one, awesome. And at the end, it multiplies it by however many combos you got. So if you got an awesome, it multiplies it by 1,000, and brutal times 500, crazy times 100, and decent times 10. So yeah, you get the idea. Along with red sparks, we also have blue sparks, which is basically health. Gold sparks, which fills up your power gauge, which is used to perform finishers and combo finishers. And a combo finisher is basically a finisher with your teammate instead of just doing it by yourself. So to activate it, you would hold block button, which is Z, and then you would swing the Wiimote while holding block. Then it activates it, and then you have to do some button prompts. Pretty easy to do, quick time events. It's pretty easy to do, beautiful to look at, pretty awesome. And I think there's like 3 animations, like 3 different ones with each of the characters, each of the different pairs. So, clandestine, bouncer, or stinger, bouncer, etc., etc. So the Spyborgs have this cool ability called Spy Vision, where they can see invisible / cloaked things. So they can see like invisible enemies, invisible crates, invisible switches, and the secret tapes. So that's pretty neat little trick. Also, there's this other cool little trick that they have where if your partner dies, you can revive them. But I'm not sure like how it does it, but you either kill the rest of the enemies in the area, or you collect the certain amount of gold sparks or something. I don't know, it's something that triggers it, but it's not like, oh, your partner dies, you have to wait to finish the level until you get him back. But no, not in this game. They make it a little easier, but it's a cool little trick. Believe it or not, this is one of the many Wii games that has achievements. What? Achievements? What the hell? It's like 360 or PS3? What? I know. It's kind of weird, but it comes in the form of medals. So, you do kill like 100 enemies, you get a medal. Fully upgrade your characters, you get a medal. So yeah, for you achievement whores out there you go. You got a Wii game with achievements, as well as unlockables. So there you go. And lastly, for gameplay, we'll talk about the boss battles. Now, the bosses, they looked cool. They're fun to play against, but I was sorely disappointed with the amount of bosses they had in this game. They only had a total of 4 bosses. Well, technically 3, because the last boss had another form, but I don't know if you count that. But seriously, it's like, for all the areas they had in each of the episodes or stages, like, they were long and everything. There wasn't even any sub-bosses. I would have done with some sub-bosses, but come on. At least throw a couple more bosses at me. Damn. Yeah, that's the only thing I was disappointed with, was the lack of bosses. Now onto the graphics. So I heard this game ran on the same graphics engine as the Conduit. But no, I liked what I saw. I mean, everything was just amazing. The character models, the levels, the cutscenes, they're all well done. I wasn't disappointed at all. As for the controls, they're very easy to play and pick up and play. So, no complaints in that department. Now for the audio, it's nothing special. Just music, just futuristic techno-ish. Nothing special, just gets the job done. As for the sound effects, pretty good. Explosions, knives, sword swipes, explosions. Sounded pretty good to me. And the voice acting wasn't too bad either. No complaints there either. So, in conclusion, other than the lack of bosses and, I don't know, maybe some more weapons other than ones you have in your hand would have been nice. This was a pretty awesome game for $5. The graphics were great, the story was great, the gameplay was great, and, of course, the 2-player co-op mode. What every awesome beat-em-up needs. And my final verdict, I give Spyborgs for the Nintendo Wii an 8 out of 10. thank you for watching, and peace out, gamers. Keep on gaming.